ninjas. Welcome to my channel and nation. So I'm Melanie Hind, aka Princess Ninja, aka the Keto Critic. I uploaded a video this morning, a little bit about my husband's low carb journey, my keto journey. Thanks in advance for going and checking that out. Don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up if you like the content of the video. If you want to see more, hit the notification bell. And as always, you can subscribe and become part of the Ninja Nation. So, yesterday I posted a video titled Help Cardio and Keto because I am a former, and I like to say former, type 2 diabetic. However, I am still stubbornly insulin resistant, which means that from time to time, which means number one, I'm very sensitive to a lot of foods that would not impact your glucose or your blood sugar, but would adversely impact mine. One keto example is those Terrazini, the coffee sweeteners, the syrup. Those spike my blood glucose. I can't drink any diet sodas because a lot of those aspartame, sucralose, a lot of those maltodextrin will just straight up give me diarrhea. So I don't mess with that stuff. Malitol will do that to me too. That's why I can't eat the Russell Stover's like sugar-free Reese's cups or anything like that because I'll never leave the bathroom. It'll be a mess. So I have yet to find a lot of artificial sweeteners, things like that don't impact my body. My body just thinks it's all sugar. So there's that. Well, anyway, so I posted this video because I have recently been given the blessing to go back to working out. Now, there's a lot of people on YouTube that brag that they lose weight without working out, and that's fine. That's fine. If that's your lifestyle, if you're good with that, if you're good with the sedentary lifestyle. Hey, Darlene, how are you doing? Good morning. Good morning. So I'm walking inside today because outside right now, it is a freaking mess. It is a mess. I was so scared driving to work. I mean, I was hitting huge puddles. They actually have, that's my life right now. They actually have flood advisories out. There's several rivers that we have that have peaked that are may overflow, may flood. So Florida's pretty low-lying no matter where you go, except for Claremont. Claremont is not low-lying. But anyway, the area that I'm in. So I'm walking inside today. Today is not like a vigorous walk. I'm not looking for cardio. I'm just looking to keep moving. But what I'm talking about is the fact that, okay, first, why am I wanting to exercise? Because you know what? There's so many YouTubers out there that boast about the fact that I've lost 60 pounds without working out, or I've lost 100 pounds without working out. Yes, it's possible. Keto, low carb, intermittent fasting, all three of those. You don't have to be doing them all together. Or just calorie restriction. Yes, it is very possible that you could lose weight without working out. Some people hate working out. I happen to love it. The first reason that I love working out is number one, because I truly believe that I believe, especially when you reach a certain age, that when you stop moving forever. With my pacemaker and my heart condition, I can't afford to let my heart get lazy. I can't afford it. I have a lot at risk and a lot to lose. So I have to keep moving. Nobody gonna break on my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. I love that song. So anyway, I enjoy working out. I enjoy how I feel afterwards. I enjoy the sense of accomplishment. I enjoy just moving, and it gets my blood pumping, and it gives me time to reflect, and I do some of my best thinking, my best meditation when I'm actually walking and I'm focused and I'm on a mission. And then afterwards, I feel like, yes, I just did that. So ninja on. Um, so if you're doing your journey without exercise, fantastic. That's fantastic. Um, but I choose, because once you lose the fat, okay, once you lose the fat, I want to decide how my body is shaped. And you may not have a lot of control over that when you're just losing fat. But by building muscle, I'm going to keep that booty nice and firm. I'm going to keep that waistline nice and tight. And I am going to get rid of this mommy tummy that I have that has kept me from wearing a bathing suit in public for probably 10 years. So there's that. Anyway, back to my experiment. So my doctor gave me the blessing to go back to cardio. Just to said, don't let your heart rate get above 170. But that's not my usual problem. My usual problem with cardio is that my heart rate won't come up high enough to match my endurance. So oftentimes I feel out of breath. I start suffering signs of low oxygen, so I have problems like that. But it's a setting in my pacemaker that there was really nothing they could do about. My pacemaker is a smart pacemaker. It detects movement. But when I go upstairs, which I like to climb stairs because, once again, the tight booty, that's important to me. I like to go upstairs, and what was happening is my pacemaker wasn't detecting elevation. It only detects movement. So as I'm sitting here now and I'm moving, I'm swinging my arm and I'm walking, my heart knows I'm moving. My pacemaker knows I'm moving. So it's like sending my heart little shocks going, hey, hey, hey. I'm just, if my pacemaker talked to my heart, that's what it would sound like, I think. So the problem that I was having is that I love fasting. I love the way that I feel when I'm fasted. I feel light. I don't feel bloated. I have a lot of issues with water retention, things like that fasting resolves for me. So along with a ketogenic lifestyle, I intermittent fast 16 to 18 hours a day. I usually work out in the mornings because I can't always motivate myself to work out at night. The reason is because I've spent 10 hours at work, 8 hours at work, an hour drive home. By the time I get home, I take the dogs for a walk. I clean up any messes they've made. I start dinner. A lot of times I don't sit down until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And then I really don't want to work out because then I'm all hyped up and I can't sleep. And sleep is just as important as physical fitness. So as a matter of fact, sleep is more important than physical fitness when we talk about health, recovery, cortisol, reducing stress, all of that involves in good solid sleep. So I prefer to work out in the morning, but what was happening is because I'm fasted, typically like right now as we speak, I have not eaten anything in 12 hours. That's considered intermittent fasting, the minimum, the bottom. So right now I'm working out. I've already digested all of the calories that I've eaten the day before. Now what I'm doing is I'm tapping into the reserves. I'm tapping into the stored glucose. I'm tapping into the fat. I'm getting my body awake. I'm moving. I'm getting my joints loose. But what was happening is I was starting my workout with a blood sugar of about 95 to 100, which is normal for me. And then by the time I was done with my workout, my blood sugar would be 125, 135. The problem with that is the spike in glucose was causing insulin. This is my conclusion based on the test I ran last night. So last night for my Wednesday workout, I got on my elliptical and I waited about an hour and a half after dinner. So I ate a bunless burger with 2 slices of tomato, a pickle, mustard, mayonnaise, and some iceberg lettuce. Oh, and a piece of bacon. So I ate me some moderate protein, some fat. And I waited an hour and a half after I ate dinner. I got on the elliptical. I pushed myself 25 minutes. You can see my stats on Facebook on my Princess Ninja weight loss page. If you're not there, just go to the About Me section in my YouTube and then click on the link and it'll take you right to my page. So I post my stats there. Anyway, I did a 25-minute workout. I maintained a heart rate of 145, which is excellent for me. I burned almost 300 calories on the elliptical. Broke a sweat. I mean, really was huffing and puffing. I did a 2-minute cool down. And then I tested my sugar. So I tested my sugar before I started working out, and it was 94. I tested my sugar after my workout, and instead of going up, it went down, 79. 79 for me is great. So I'm still suffering from the dawn phenomenon. As I went to bed with a 74 sugar, I woke up with 104. I haven't eaten anything. So dawn phenomenon is a pretty common occurrence in everybody, but if you're not a diabetic, you'd have no reason to test your sugar, right? So dawn phenomenon is just a phenomenon. Hello, good morning. You look like you've been awake for hours. No, I've been up since 4:30. I'm in Florida, Eastern Standard Time. So I have to be to work, but I choose to work out in the morning. I mean, I'm not really working out right now. I'm just walking. But my goal is always 2 miles before work every day, Monday through Friday. That's my commitment to fitness. So welcome to the channel. So basically, if I'm going to work out in the morning, I'm going to have to consume some calories to keep my sugar from spiking, because my sugar is spiking and it's creating an insulin response. Michigan, about 20 miles from Lake Michigan. Oh, you are freezing your butt off up there. It is cold up there. Michigan is cold. Woo! Today we got a massive cold front coming through. We got nasty weather advisories. It's pouring out there now. And we've got flood warnings out all over the place. Supposed to be some severe weather later on today. It started last night. So it's spiking an insulin. It's spiking an insulin response in me. And insulin is a hormone. And this is why I started really becoming concerned about this, is because normally, because I intermittent fast, normally I'm not hungry till around 11, 12 o'clock. But I was working out fasted and my blood sugar was spiking. And then by 9:30, I was absolutely starving, like uncomfortable physical hunger. It wasn't because I was burning those extra 200-300 calories. It's because my glucose had spiked, creating an insulin response. And insulin is a hormone. So 45 degrees to me is cold. 45 degrees to me is cold. I would have to say where I live in Florida, we have about 20 to 30 days of temperatures below 50. We probably have 20 days of temperatures below 30, but not that often. But what's weird about our weather is that we could wake up in the morning and it'd be 32 degrees, and by 11 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 70. So we have very dramatic, that's why it feels colder, because all day long it's 70, 80 degrees, and then at night it'll drop down to 30. You know, and anytime you have more than a 20-degree temperature difference day and night, your body's going to feel that. The other thing that kind of sucks about our weather is when it gets cold, it doesn't stay cold. So on Monday, it might drop down in the 30s or even 20s, and the highs might be in the 40s and 50s. But 2 days later, the highs will be in the 90s, the lows will be in the 70s, and it'll do that for 3 or 4 days. Then we get another cold front. Then it drops it back down to 30, you know, so we have really dramatic temperature swings here, which makes it, your body never becomes adjusted. It never climatizes. So anyway, the other thing is that I'm still going to give myself a little more time to recover from my cheat day on the cruise. Um, I don't think that that's playing a part at this point in the game. And the reason is because I've seen on the scale, I've seen a weight of 198.1, which was my lowest weigh-in since I've started my keto journey. So I don't think that whatever was happening with my weight gain from those 2 cheat days is what's impacting my blood sugar now. I think it's solely related to me working out fasted and my body responding to that cortisol, my body responding to the lactic acid buildup, the stress. I want to show you something too, real quick. Hope you can see this. So normally I have very skinny ankles. My legs are so swollen. So I'm really, really positive that my weight has something to do with why am I retaining so much water. I have been eating a lot of pumpkin seeds. So I'm probably eating a lot more sodium than I need for my body. So I'm going to back off the sodium a little bit and keep going. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm going to continue to experiment. Friday will be one of my workout days. So what I'm going to do Friday as an experiment is I'm going to make myself a fat coffee. I'm going to make myself a fat coffee. I'm going to do probably a teaspoon of MCT oil, maybe 2 tablespoons. I'm going to make it somewhere around 150 to 200 calories. I'm going to test my blood sugar when I get to work, before my workout, and then I'm going to test my blood sugar after my workout. And I'm going to see if I have the same glucose response working out with just a couple hundred calories in my body versus fasted. I'm also going to be gauging how did I feel at 9 o'clock? How do I feel at 10 o'clock? Is that triggering an insulin response? So, but what it's looking like is I'm probably going to end up just keeping my workouts to evening, either after dinner, an hour and a half or so, or before dinner, because it's only been 3 hours, 4 hours since I ate my first meal of the day. So I'll be fasted 4 hours, but I won't be completely fasted. And I'm just going to play from there. Just going to play with it from there. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Katie. I hope you stay warm today. Thank you, Darlene. It's getting close to Christmas. And thank you for the other person that was in the room earlier. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up before you leave if you like the content of this video. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Yes, I am type 2. Well, I call myself former type 2 diabetes. I was type 2 diabetes and on 2,000 milligrams of metformin before I started keto. And I've been diagnosed as severely insulin resistant. So long before my blood sugars ever indicated type 2 diabetes, I was severely insulin resistant, but that comes from a condition that I had when I guess I still have it, I don't know. I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. I had to have, because of PCOS and endometriosis, uterine cancer, I had to have a hysterectomy when I was 27 years old. So back then, they didn't have a diagnosis for PCOS. But I fit all of the symptoms of that. So they didn't diagnose me, but looking back at the fibrotic cysts that I had, the tumors, the irregular periods, the heavy bleeding, the clotting, the heavy menstrual cycles, the severe cramping, all of the other symptoms that I had from age 21 to 26. I had like regular pap smears. I'm talking about a class 3 or higher. I had to have my cervix frozen. I had so many issues. that my doctor said that most women with PCOS are prone to type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, those types of things usually come along with that, which then all of those diagnoses together create the metabolic syndrome, which I have. But I'm working on that because I'm going to get the waist underneath. You have to make 5 out of 6 of the symptoms for metabolic syndrome. Right now I'm at 5 out of 6, but if I can take my waist and I can get my waist under 35 inches, I will only be 4 of 6. And my goal here is to be undiagnosed with metabolic syndrome. So there's that. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I know this was a little bit longer, but I wanted to catch up with you guys because I did post a video that said help yesterday. This is my office, still decorated for my birthday. You can see, still decorated for my birthday. Some of the balloons, though, are popping. Yes, I'm off meds. See, it says happy birthday. And then my birthday's not until December 30th, though. And then it says birthday girl. But, yep, that's my office. It's a mess right now. But I'm getting ready. Let me show you this office. This is the office I'm moving to. I am putting myself in the corner. See, it's a corner office. So I actually have a wall versus being out here in the middle of everything. I actually have walls here. And I'm going to be way back. This is going to be my office, but this is why I want this office. I actually have a window. And in the afternoon, it gets afternoon sun. They keep it so cold in this office. They keep the air conditioner so cold here, so cold. What I also love is I'm going to be putting a bookshelf here. I'm going to buy my own from IKEA. I'm going to put a bookshelf here or maybe even a corner curio cabinet. And I'll have all of my educational reading, my books, everything that I dive into every day at work. Other than that, you can see, oh, and then over there with the green balloon, see my balloon's yellow, her balloon's green. We actually have the same exact birthday. Our birthday, both of our birthdays, December 30th. What are the chances that 8 people in an office, you'd get 2 people with the same exact birthday? And then I come into this wonderful quote every day. Grace is when God gives us what we don't deserve. Mercy is when God doesn't give us what we deserve. And then, of course, I have all of this inspiration in here. It keeps me grounded. But this is my favorite. On the darkest days when I feel inadequate, unloved, and unworthy, I remember that I'm a daughter. I remember whose daughter I am, and I straighten my crown. So that's my office. And then, of course, I have fam pictures. I have family pictures. So I kind of try to make it feel like my space. But I'm going to love that corner office. I'm going to love it. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging with me. And just keep being a ninja.